field.
After consulting with counsel, not to testify, Your Honor.
Okay, you understand that no matter what counsel says to you, it's still your decision. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and I need to know, is it your decision to not testify in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, George Zimmerman there announcing he's not going to be testifying. One of the larger moments during testimony and during the proceedings today down in Sanford, Florida. We've got a new panelist, Al Barlow. We appreciate your time today, sir. Appreciate you being here. Of course, John Phillips, Richard Kurtz as well. So we're going to start with you, Mr. Barlow, if you would. So far, since you're new to the panel, give us your big picture ideas of what's been going on so far in the whole trial.
Well, thanks for the invitation, but
Sure.
I think that the state has never been able to anchor down and focus like a laser beam on one or two issues. They've been on the defense the whole time, and traditionally what you want to do is put forth a few focal points and really reinforce it with testimony and evidence and argument, and they've not been able to do that in my professional opinion. They've been on the defense the whole time.
Well, let me ask all three of you this then, and this is a bigger picture thing. We're going to get to the day-to-day events here in a moment, but should an acquittal happen or even a guilty verdict on a lesser charge, is this the product of, in your opinions now, is this the product of a great defense, or is this the product of just a foul-up job by the state? What do you think?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a foul-up job. What I would say is the facts are the facts.
Gotcha.
I think the state's going to have to put forward what they've got. And as I've always said to my clients is, I can only work with what you bring me.
Okay.
Exactly.
And what's been brought to the state in this case, they've done the best they can with it, but they've been not brought a whole lot to work with. So I think they've done the best they can, but that's all they could do.
Murder 2 might have been an overcharge. You know, I think everybody said that, and they just overreached a little bit. Now, if they back down and lay out the foundation for culpable neglect, for manslaughter, I think they got a good shot at getting 6 jurors to agree.
I saw you nodding.
I agree with that 100%. I think he was overcharged from the beginning, and a lot of times prosecutors will do that to leverage themselves in plea bargaining and everything else. But the reality of it is a good defense attorney can maximize on that in a trial and get a not guilty because they were overcharged. You can have the jury to not respect the prosecution because of that, and if you wind up motivating them properly, you can get them to wash the whole case out.
Well, it's interesting the tone we've taken, and it's all three of us with this assumption that there is this not guilty or lesser charge. We still got to wait and see.
Sure.
The 6 women could come back with guilty, and it could be a total non-issue. And is that still a possibility?
It's absolutely a possibility.
Sure.
And also, this case has divided the country. Why wouldn't it divide these 6 women?
Sure.
I mean, there's an entire possibility of a hung jury. My question is, are they going to go into Saturday? You know, are they going to stop and say, all right, you know, if they go into Saturday, I think it might mean that they're close. I think that'll be our tip, you know, rolling in from Friday to Saturday.
I tend to think they're definitely going to go to Saturday. And I mean, if they have not already reached a verdict on Friday, because I believe they'll have a verdict on Friday, but there's no reason to break. They're sequestered. Why take a break? Right. Let's just keep going, take your time, do it as you will. So I expect it to go, I believe we'll have a verdict on Friday, but if not, it will definitely go through the weekend.
Okay, so that's the next step in this process. We move into the closing arguments tomorrow. I know we're going to have a lunch break, and then hopefully be done with the defense's closing arguments by tomorrow, and then the jury gets the case. Time-wise, sure. I know we're getting a pretty good wrap here, so we got to wrap it up quick. Time-wise, guys, when do we get a verdict?
I think Friday. I think they begin deliberating Thursday night. I think there's a chance they'll either have it Thursday night or definitely by afternoon Friday.
I think the schedule they gave that the defense was going to go Friday morning. Okay. So it's got to be, So it's got to be.
Friday morning.
You're wrong. So it's got to be Friday at an early, and by the time you do jury instructions, I had Chantal and the verdict coming Saturday.
You can't tell. I mean, I've seen it both ways. You just really can't tell.
It'd be interesting if it did come through the weekend, though. Guys, we really appreciate your time. And speaking of Chantal, let's head over back to the desk, talk a little weather. Guys.
And there are also some poll questions online if you want to check those out. We'd love to hear your opinion on what you guys are thinking about the Zimmerman trial. Now, also, what's it going to be like